Buddy like me and you that's been through it, that knows, you can't, there's not nothing that anybody can tell me. I've been through broken homes, drugs, alcohol, out on the street, homeless, needles, any kind of drug that you can name, I've done it, So there's nothing another addict can tell me that I haven't been through.
Right.
Nothing. I mean, I was made for this, I think, and I don't regret my past. I've done a lot of shitty things, and I mean, I do regret the shitty things that I've done, but, I don't regret my past because it's brought me here, and now I know what I know what I'm here for. Like, growing up, I was always like, man, what do I want to be when I get older? I want to be a superhero, a wrestler, a bodybuilder, you know what I mean? Something outrageous, like now I know what I want to be, I want to be a counselor. I want to help people.
A bodybuilding counselor. There you go. Because you still clearly want to be a bodybuilder.
Absolutely. Well, of course.
But and you look great, man. I mean,
thank you, bro.
You got it going on. And
thank you.
When you said, before you even started getting clean, you just 130 pounds, just look like hell. Yep. Now look at you, man.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that can really inspire people. So I think it's awesome that you're gonna go back and help and be a counselor, because I'm sure you've had them too, where you're going to talk to your counselor and you're going to talk to your therapist or whatever, and they have no idea what you're talking about. They're talking about, oh, I smoked a joint once when I was in high school. What?
Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, you got, you need to stop doing this and start doing this and what? Or one guy looked at me one time when I was in the hospital, man, and it was so bad. And he looks at me and he was like, Corey, what in the F are you doing? What? It's like, what in the F are you doing, man? You need to stop doing this F and stuff. And, okay, Captain Obvious, like, how about you give me a pill or something, Like,
right.
Give me something that'll help me with it,
You got that
something
cure
to
pill?
drink that'll help me with that.
Right.
But, I was just like, man, that dude don't get it. Like, and I was like, I'm not going back to that place. I was in Benton Harbor. I was like, nah, I'm good on that. Like, there's nothing those people have for me anymore.
Right. So when I got out of prison, back in 2003, they sent me to, I had to do psychological consultants or something. So once a week I had to go to this meeting where this therapist guy was up front, and he was talking to us about drugs and alcohol. So I go in my first meeting, and I go in there and I sit down, and it's like probably 30 of us. And the guys, slacks, loafers, button up, tie, real slick looking cat, look like he's fresh out of college. And I'm like, okay, whatever, he starts talking, and about 20 minutes into it, I'm like, I raise my hand. And he's like, yeah, in the back. I'm like, so, have you ever been to prison? He's like, oh, no. Not just no, like, oh, no. I'm like, oh, okay. Have you ever, smoked some weed? Oh, no. You ever snorted some coke? Oh, no. You ever smoked some crack? Oh, no. I've never done no drugs. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm like, oh, okay, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're not going to be able to help me, bud. Which, I got to have an open mind. You got to have an open mind. But still, for somebody to come in like fresh, I mean, it'd be more easier for somebody like me to talk to somebody like me that's been through it. Not somebody that's fresh out of college and I ask if he's ever been to, oh no, that's.
Now, if you would have said, if you'd have been older, like, because my mom, she doesn't have a drinking problem. She never snorted coke, I don't think. And at least she hadn't told me. But I mean, she's never done that, but yet she's dealt with me. Your mom too. Like, she's dealt with you.
Yeah.
And she's seen you.
Yes.
So, I mean, they have their own story, but that guy, he didn't have that, because he clearly would have said, nope, but I know someone who has. And I know what it does to families, and I know what it does. But,
thank you.
But yeah,
thank you.
It's some of those things that, and it's not that we need people to understand, and you don't have to go through such a road that we went through, but it helps. And especially with the kids nowadays, they're coming up and dude, in 10 years, who knows what's going to be out there, man? Like,
it's crazy. It's getting real crazy out there, man.
And they're doing
seems like it's
raid and stuff, and you're just like, what?
Yeah,
huh?
Crazy.
And just the stuff that makes meth, you're just like, what?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Trust
me, I know all about that.
No,
yeah, so
I mean, hell, and alcohol is straight up poison. I mean, that's I don't know, man. It's just.
I mean, you see on on Facebook and stuff in the news or whatever about that crocodile or crocodile or whatever. I mean, that's making people just. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
You've never heard of that stuff, dude?
I don't watch the news.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't watch the news either, but it's like Facebook stuff. I see, them guys out there doing dances and acting all crazy, like making funny noises and bouncing around. You haven't seen nothing like that on Facebook or nothing, bro? It's ridiculous. Yeah, look up crocodile or whatever that's. I think it's crocodile or something like that. Look that up, bro. It's a bad drug, bro. And people was using it. Like, I don't know if it's around anymore. I haven't really seen it too much, but like this past year, like been a lot of people using it.
Should we tell people what really gets people high? What really gets you feeling good? We should. I think I'm just gonna do it.
Go on ahead and let them know.
All right. What you do is you wake up early in the morning and you see that sunshine rising up off the lake, and you have your little cup of coffee, and you're not hungover, and you thank God for another day of waking up, and you thank God that your mom's still alive, and you thank God that you got a sister. And that right there, and you thank God when you pay your bill, when you pay your rent, you thank God. That feels good.
You know what? Just you saying that got me so high right now, bro. Tingles all up on my head, bro. Dopamine, man, all types of dopamine smacking me around right now, bro. I just got goosebumps. Literally, yeah. Best high ever, bro. You can't, man. You can't beat it, bro. And you know what? It's free. Mm-hmm. You don't spend your money on it.
That chick that was just outside that was talking about, I don't want to do this, and I'm afraid, I don't want to. That's another thing too. That as addicts, man, we don't like to face things. We don't want to take that on. No. I don't want to call that. I'll wait for him to shut the electric off, and then I'll call with some story to my mom about how they didn't send the bill right. I'd rather do that than just face it up.
So addiction to me is a laziness. Like it's you're lazy.
But we work so hard at being lazy, though.
I know it's weird though. I don't understand it, it's crazy. Like I'm so like I don't really know how to explain it. It's just I think it's just a laziness. Like, but you're right. We do work hard at being lazy, and it's weird. I don't know.
Like, and by working hard, like we'll go through over and over in our mind, and I'm really good at that, man. Like a friend told me one time, he was like, "Man, you are the hardest working dude." I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "You work so hard at trying not to work." I was like, what? He's like, "You actually do more work by trying not to work." I was like, "What?" And he was like, explaining it to me. He's like, see that over there? Okay, you can just pick it up off the table and put it on the other table. But instead, you're going to try to figure out how you can make that table slide it over there by itself. So you're going to get a jack and you're going to put that under there and you're going to do all this work just to get it to slide over there because you're too lazy to pick it up and just move it. And if you had just done that, it would have been done and over. But instead, you're sitting there trying to, and I'm like, yeah, right. I've had bosses.
And that's where kind of like if you put that much effort into your recovery, I don't know.
Might start a little company, a little podcast.
Might go back to school. 217. Counselor, you never know. Absolutely, yeah.
Who's going to stop you? You. That's it.
That's the only person. Is you. You're the only person.
Talked about that a little before we even started the podcast. Yep. About self-doubt and how I started doubting myself, and other people are going to say this and that. And you don't have enough sober time, and who's he to talk about recovery? Well, I'm a dude in recovery. Will I have 20 years? No.
Because you know what? There's the selfish part. I'm going to do it while I'm in recovery because it's going to help me stay sober. And then,
that's the beauty of a podcast.
That's the beauty of it. Absolutely.
They don't have to listen.
Exactly. They don't have to listen.
And I do it for me, and 2 people could listen, and more people listen than I even could imagine. And the messages that'll come through on Facebook, man, it makes me feel good, you know.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't make me feel like good, like, oh, people are listening, I'm famous. It makes me feel good, like, all right, somebody,
I'm doing something positive.
yeah, and
you know,
he thanked me for, you know,
yes.
what 217 recovery
and that's
does,
that's where it's at right there. Mm-hmm. That's what it comes down to, you know. In the end, if you're helping somebody and they're happy, and you know they're thanking you for, you know, some words that you said or for something that they heard, and that's going to keep them, you know, clean for one more day, you did something right, bro.
Mm-hmm. And by thanking me, they're thanking you. They're thanking Matt. They're thanking Rob. They're thanking Anna. They're thanking Brianna. They're thanking everybody who has anything to do with 217. They're thinking the people that donated so that you could talk into that microphone right there.
Absolutely.
They're talking, you know, they're saying thank you to everybody who supports recovery and 217 recovery. And it feels amazing that we're building like our own little community here, you know, and it's yes. our community. It's not my community.
Right.
And I'm not getting paid for this. You know,
right.
nobody cut me checks.
Right.
You know, I'm going to get the government to start cutting me some checks.
Yeah.
You know, get some grants and stuff. But, you know, like people ask me, you going to get some advertisers? And you're going to no, I'm not. Because then that would just dilute everything, you know, and it is what it is. You know, we try not to swear. We try to keep it real. I was listening to a podcast today. This kid's on, and first thing, man, is some rap music talking about, drinking 40s a day. Oh, yeah, he comes on and he's like, F this, F that. I'm like, come on, man. If you want people to take you serious, be serious about it.
Exactly.
And, you know, we'll slip up and say a word here or there, but that's just because we're in the moment and we're passionate about what we're talking about.
Yeah, I think I slipped up and said a cuss word earlier. I apologize, people.
But you weren't, like, doing it like, effing this.
Right.
You know,
no, I was kind of in the moment.
And
slipped out.
It's totally different because we're just sitting here in the club, not in the club.
And not in the club.
But in the Alano Club, and we're the only ones in here. We kick back on some nice, comfortable chairs. Charlotte Boy doing it right up in here.
Charlotte Boy is definitely doing it right.
And
shouts out.
We're having a good conversation. You know, we're not trying to show off for anybody. We're not.
Nope.
We're just two dudes in recovery talking, man.
That's it. That's what it's about, man. We're having our own meeting. This is the after meeting after the meeting.
I was telling Matt earlier, I was like, I got to go hit one more meeting, but I was like, man, these should count as meetings. You know, but
absolutely.
They are. You know,
for sure.
Some days I'll come home from work, dude, and I'm like, man, I got to do a podcast. But it's the same thing. It's like, oh, man, I got to go to a meeting. It's like, I got to get this out. You know?
Because it works for you. It helps you, you know. So that's all that counts, bud. You're doing the right thing, man, and I'm all for you. I mean, I got big faith. 217 is going to be huge, bro. I already know.
I appreciate that, man. And you're going to be part of it. I mean, you're a moderator.
No question. Absolutely, I'm going to be a part of it. Yes, sir. We're family, bro. What you mean? We came from the same place.
We did.
Yeah.
I got there a little bit later, but hey.
Yeah, it don't matter. We still came from the same place, and we're going to the same place. Mm-hmm. You know?
Word. But just without looking at your phone or anything to figure out what time it is, do you even know how long we've been talking?
Maybe like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
28 minutes. Okay. I mean, to me, it doesn't even seem like that.
No, it went quick.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like when you start flowing, you start talking, you're just being real. I mean, there was times when I was on the radio, dude, like they wanted you to keep stuff under 30 seconds, 45 seconds, dude. You were talking way too long. So like when I first started like doing different formats, and one time they wanted me to host this half-hour show, and so I called up the volleyball team, the college volleyball team in Fort Smith, Arkansas. They came in and woo, man, love them outfits. But they came in and I was like, okay, I got to fill 30 minutes.
Was it the all men's team?
No,
just teasing.
Maybe no, it wasn't. That would have been awkward. You need to put some pants on.
Right.
Get out of here. But like, I don't know, 5 minutes goes by and it to me seemed like 30. I looked up and I was like, I got 25 minutes to kill.
Right.
And I told him, I was like, wow, I really like your uniforms. My boss was like, yeah, Corey, you probably shouldn't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Right.
How about you stick to just, talking about crazy people and doing what you do on that rock station. But but it's different when you're doing something that you love and you're passionate about.
Absolutely. That's like, so when I did my first speaker meeting at Harbor Hall, before I got there, I was super nervous. Like, I'm like, oh man, I didn't write nothing down, and I don't want to write nothing down because I want it to all flow from the heart. And I feel like if you write it down, it's not, I mean, obviously it's still coming from you, but I just want it to flow naturally. But I was like, oh shoot, maybe I should have wrote something down.